Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Manifesting the Law and Mechanics. I appreciate you watching this. Manifestation's always been it's been my superpower. I've always been able to do it really easily. I'll let you know that when at the time of this recording, we are 4 weeks into a stay-at-home order for COVID-19, and before that, it was 4 weeks into my hair color. So this is COVID-19 hair. I've decided I'm going to let it go gray. That's one of the advantages. Everybody's got something that you can kind of change and do differently. So that's one of the things I'm going to do. Making lemonade out of the best of times. So back to manifesting. This video is about the basics in manifesting. We're going to go through the law. We're going to go through kind of the specifics and mechanics of the law, and what that means and how to do it, and then some quick tips and tricks to support you in manifesting with greater ease. I like easy. So first, the law. It's as simple as it could possibly be. Ask, and with faith, it is already given. So the first word, we're going to go word by word through this. Ask. It seems pretty simple. You have to ask for what it is that you desire. Because if you don't know, it's like going to a restaurant, like, could you give me something good? Like, that's not enough information for the waitress or waiter to provide you with a meal that is going to suit you. So you've got to ask. And I know many times what we've done is we've asked in the past and it hasn't come into fruition. And so that asking, we've pulled back on, we've stopped asking. Well, you need to move forward and you need to ask, you need to request. Asking is the most important thing. And I'm gonna do some clarification on asking, because if you ask for money, that's not really, it's not an ask. Like, that's not a connected manifestation. Money is a tool that we use to do something. So what is it you're going to, why do you want the money? What is that money going to be able to give you, let you have, experience, or do, or feel? Most importantly, how is that going to make you feel? That's the ask, not the money. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples here. One of them, I'm not a big fan of goal setting because it works, but it's not in alignment with how I feel we can manifest. And so here's an example of goal setting. I set a 6-month goal. I identify what it is I want to do. Let's say it's in business and it's my sales goal and I want to do so many transactions or do so many sales or have X number of commissions or whatever it might be. So I have that financial goal, that active to-do list. I back that out and go, well, what do I need to do on a monthly basis to reach that goal? Well, I need to do this, this, and this. And then on a weekly basis, what do I need to reach that monthly goal? And then on a daily basis, what do I need to do to reach my weekly goal, which will reach my monthly goal, which will reach my end goal, right? And that's I'm going to do this in order to, so that I get this result. And I know that if I make 100 phone calls, I'll get so many people to respond to it in a positive manner, right? So that's I'm doing this in order to, so that. But what if we flip this upside down, and instead of that being the way we go about doing it, because that's work, it's work no matter what you do, right? If that's really working at it. And so if instead you look at, well, why do you want to reach that financial goal, that sales goal, that transaction goal, whatever it is? And understand I use transactions and sales because I'm a real estate agent by day. And so in real estate, you set transaction goals and you set dollar value goals and sales goals. And so, but if I look at that instead and I go, what is it that money is going to allow me to do? So maybe I'm looking to have a greater number of sales so that I can save money so that I can buy a house and have a down payment for a home. That's a very different sales goal. Like that's totally different than, oh, I'm trying to reach this number of sales. It's, I'm choosing to live in my own home. Well, what does your own home look like, feel like, smell like? What is it like to cook dinner in your own home? What is it like to have people over, to paint the walls the color you choose to paint them, and the experience of your own home and being able to be in there with your friends and your family and your loved ones. Um, that's the spiritual ask, right? Because it's not I want to do this many sales. It's what does that give you? So I want to put that in perspective. And then if for example your ask is relationship, your ask isn't about like maybe if it's marriage, not putting a marriage ring on, like a wedding ring and doing the marriage ceremony. It's what is life like being in relationship with my partner. And so I'm going to go into the imagination a little bit here as well to give you a little bit deeper dive. So the ask part is really the first piece. You got to know what it is that your heart's like pulling you to have, want, desire, and why. Like what's the purpose of all that? Because simply having money isn't doesn't have an emotional hook in it necessarily that's going to give you the outcome and give you the manifestation. So let's continue on. So let's ask and is a mathematical equation plus. So you got to have that means this and this. Things on both sides of the equation have to be present. So ask and with faith. Now, with faith is a little bit ambiguous, right? It's a little out there. How do I get faith? Because you need it with your ask in order to manifest. Like those are the two main components. And so the with faith part is part of your imagination. Like this is where you're going to play in your mind and imagine, like I said, not doing the sales, but living in your new home. What does that look like? How does it feel to be in your new home? Because that's the ask, that's the experience. And when you go in your imagination and you pretend, now that I'm already living in my new home, now that I already have my goal, what is it like? What does that feel like? What is that experience? What's new? What's different? What's my experience with having whatever it is I've asked for? That's part of faith. That's imagining and embodying. That's faith. Okay. Now let me give you a couple other examples of what faith, how it shows up, and how you can bring faith into being alive. Again, play with me. We're going to pretend a lot. So pretend that you're a CEO and you have the best. I mean, the best secretary, executive assistant on the planet, and it's your secretary, right? And you come in Monday morning and you go, okay, I've got all these things that I need done. You've got your list, and I need these taken care of by this time frame, and like it's done, right? And your secretary says, yes, I've got it. I don't know, do you have any questions? Nope, I got it. Now, you walk away and you go about doing the other things that you need to do because you're a CEO. And so you have a lot of life that you need to, and business and tasks and things that you need to do. And your secretary has it, like, boom, got it, I got this done. You don't go back to your secretary and go, wait a minute, let me review over those things. I just want to make sure you got them. Hey, did you get those? Did you have any questions about those? Do I need to show you how to do that? No, you've got the best secretary on the planet. Your secretary's got it. And in fact, when you are ready to have it be complete, the secretary has it and has given you that plus so much more, because they are so effective that they've accomplished what you've asked for in a way that just seems miraculous, right? Here's the kicker. You are the CEO of your life. And the secretary, however you spiritually view it, God, the angels in heaven, the universe, the powers that be, all of that is working for you to get it done. And so when you really understand that there are forces out there God and all the angels is what I call it. That they're there supporting you and having those things come about. The angels are waiting for your ask and for you to have faith in them to take care of it. Okay, so there's another little piece that might help you support you in having faith, because it's with faith, in partnership with, like with faith. That's partnership. Like you got to have a partnership with faith. And so the next thing is, what is in your outcome? What is it that faith, in knowing that it's coming, what would you do differently? How would you behave differently? How would you react differently? Because that's how you need to be. So let me give you one more example. Let's say you're looking to let go of some weight, be a smaller size. If that simply you want to lose the weight, you'll probably find it again, because that's one of the things we do. If we lose things, we have a tendency, like losing your wallet's not a good idea, right? So you quickly find it and get it, bring it back. That's what people normally do, is they lose weight and then they gain it. But if you were to instead have your ask be to, I'm asking to live healthfully and be a healthy person. Now, who you are, how you show up, and how that looks is very different. And so you become somebody who chooses to have salad over pizza. That you're somebody who chooses to forego dessert, have a dessert occasionally, but forego dessert on a regular basis. And so you are becoming a healthy person, and that in turn has your body change and your physical size change, and your clothes fit you different, etc. And so you need to look at, is your goal and your outcome and what you're asking for, is it supportive of walking in faith with you? Okay, so ask and plus faith, with faith, partnership and faith. It is. I love it. Your ask. It is. Not it will be, not it might be, not it could be. It is. It is. Wow, the lighting just went really weird. Um, uh, the sun went behind a cloud, so my light source changed. I apologize about that. But it is. So let's go back to it is. That means your ask is present here now. It is. So ask, and with faith, it is. You could stop it right there. That is enough. But then it says already. So the word already is kind of like all prepared. It's already, it's all prepared for you. Ask and with faith, it's already given. You, not that you have to do anything for it, but that it is present tense. Boom. It could end, ask and with faith it is. That's the end of the law, but they put a little bit more in there. It is already given. It's a gift. It's a gift for you. And so the piece that you have to learn, and the piece that you have to train yourself with, is with faith. That with faith piece of, I know it is already here for me, and I'm walking in that faith. So here's a couple of things that I love to do. These are my exercises for walking with faith. First part, again, I'm going to come back into imagination. And I always take a big breath with this, and you will find that your breath is a signal. And so when you imagine already having what it is you've asked for, imagine it's already in your life. It's been in your life. Fast future pace it. It's already been here for a year, for 2 years, for 5 years. Now that I've had it for 5 years, oh, well, now it's comfortable. It's not like, ooh, that's new, but that's comfortable. And how does that make me feel? If I take a breath in it, that means I've really in essence, put the coat of faith on, and I'm walking with it. So walk in your imagination with already having what you've asked for. And the subtlety here is using the language of it's here now, present tense, even though we're future pacing and we're imagining that we are a year in advance, we're imagining it present tense, that it's already here. That's a key for bringing about faith, to walking with faith. So here, sometimes you go, well, this is really big and I'm not sure how to put this into words, into visualization. I'm not sure what to do for this because it's just such a big thing. I get that. I've been there. And so sometimes it's just easiest to come in through a back door. And my back door favorite saying is, now that my miracle has already happened, I don't even have to know what my miracle is. But now that my miracle has already happened, and I really can't even say this without having a breath. Big breaths. So really play with me here. Say this with me. Now that my miracle is already here. Now that my miracle has already happened. Feel now that my miracle is present. Now that my miracle is already here. Now that I already have my miracle. Say that until your body really relaxes, and you're going to find your breathing shifts and changes, and you come through to this big breath where it's almost like me. I couldn't hold that back if I wanted to, and my body was like, you're going to take that breath. Now that my miracle's already happened, now what's new and different? That is the fastest way to bring about shift and change. And if you imagine your miracle, what you think your miracle is already happening, and you don't find bliss, joy, happiness, fulfillment, that's not your miracle. So let it be. And just go, now that my miracle's already happened, and I don't even have to know what my miracle is. I feel peaceful. I feel joy-filled. I feel enthusiastic. And then here's the next little secret backdoor shortcut. Anytime you're not feeling joyful and relaxed and peaceful and enthusiastic and just blissful, you're not walking in faith. You're not with faith. When you wake up in the morning and you put your feet on the floor, you can make a choice to have this day be an excellent day. And I choose to make this day easy, fun, joy-filled. And even in the midst of all of this coronavirus craziness, I choose to make today an awesome day and to feel joy. And I have little miracles happening every single day. I remember to do that. And so I take some time to be present with what's my day, my sunshine. I live in beautiful Arizona, and the sun is shining and it's glorious and it's warm. And I sit out in my front patio with my puppy dogs in the sunshine, and just take a moment to be really grateful for where I live and how much I love it. And I take time to be grateful for my family and the fact that I'm seeing my husband more often. He's working from home almost every single day now, and I get to have him with me more of the time. That my mom, she lives just around the corner, and she's coming over every single night for dinner, and I have coffee with her every single morning. And what a blessing I'm getting that I get to be present with my mom and really just be with her for this time. And my mother-in-law lives way far away in northern Vermont, and yet I'm FaceTiming with her every day and just saying hi and being present with people and being filled with joy by those experiences. And so make a choice every day to be filled with joy, and that will start to magnetize those things in your life that bring in the asks. That's the with faith piece. And so your quick backdoor secrets to getting your abundance and getting your success and manifesting miracles. First, now that my miracles already happened, what's new and different for me? Really feel it. Second, be joyful, be enthusiastic, be happy, and miracles will be attracted to you. I hope you have a blessed day, a fantastic week, a beautiful year. And if there's anything I can do to support you, please reach out. Thanks. Woohoo, how do I stop this? There we go.